Hey everybody, it is Grant. Hope you're having a great Friday, a good start to your weekend. Wanted to share my quiet time with everybody. I'm not going to read the whole passage because it's a little long. I'm just going to summarize it for you, but it's Mark chapter 11, verses 27 through 33. So Mark 11, 27 through 33. And this is pretty much what's happening. So Jesus is in the temple. Some chief priests, scribes, and elders came up to him, and they said, "Hey, by what authority are you doing these things?" And he says, "I'll answer that. But first, answer me this. Was John's baptism from heaven or man?" And they said, "Well, here's the thing." They huddled up and they said, if we say from heaven, then he's going to say, "Well, then why didn't you believe him?" And if we say from man, a lot of people here really did believe that John was a prophet, and we don't want to fall out of their favor. So they turn to Jesus and they say, "We don't know." And and Jesus says, "Fine, then I'm not going to tell you by what authority I do these things." What's amazing to me in that element is a couple things. One, when the chief priests and the elders were considering how to answer Jesus, they were more concerned with how their answer was going to be perceived and how it was going to make them look than what the actual answer was. In fact, they never even considered the actual answer. They never actually wondered, where was it from? Was it from heaven or was it from man? Like, that was never even something they considered. They didn't care, it seemed, what the answer to the question was. All they cared about was how their beliefs made them look to other people. And boy, that is so easy to fall into today, just like it was back then. How often do we formulate our beliefs and our convictions based on what other people think of them, as opposed to what we actually think the truth is? How often do we just fall into what other people say, as opposed to just getting into the Word, seeking Jesus for ourselves, and trying to understand for ourselves, what does it mean to follow God? What is God's will for my life, and how do I discover it? And what's scary about that passage is that Jesus' response was, "I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to give you any direction. I'm not going to share with you truth because you're obviously not interested in it." And I think there's so many people today that are more concerned with how their opinions or their convictions, not just on a spiritual level, but on any level, are going to be taken by others, and that's their primary way of formulating them, as opposed to actually asking the question, what does Jesus think about these things? How did he treat this type of a thing? What is the actual truth of the matter? So, if we're so concerned about what people think about our answers or beliefs or anything else, then what we're following man. We're not following God. But if we're really going to seek Jesus, then he'll tell us exactly what we need. One of my favorite verses is in Matthew 7. It says, "Ask and it'll be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives. To him, the one who seeks finds. And to him who knocks, the door will be open." And what I think Jesus is saying is, if you honestly search after me, I'll answer. But if your primary purpose for formulating opinions or formulating thoughts and beliefs is to make sure that you stay in the good graces of people, or that you look better to a specific person, then you're demonstrating that you don't actually care what the truth is. So I'm not going to waste my time trying to tell you. So let that be refreshing to you. Don't get bogged down by what people think, because at the end of the day, in the final analysis, there really is only one judge, and he loved us so much that he died for our sins. So we don't have to shrink before him. Hope your weekend goes well, guys. We'll share my quiet time tomorrow, hopefully. So have a good day.